fried when I was doing it. But I think it still turned out a little bit better than I expected.
No, that was fun. I like your editing on that one.
Yeah, that one was fun. That was definitely... Billy has donkey burger.
And all the stuff about the wardrobes that made me laugh. But...
Yeah, speaking of food, though, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is definitely a movie that if you're going to watch it, you have to have pizza with it. I mean, like, it's even if I'm, like, stuffed and I watch this movie, I'm still hungry.
It's a subliminal thing, I swear.
I know,
it makes it look so good. Like
every single time, like, no matter what, even if I'm sick and I watch the movie and he's like, yes, friends, the new Turbo Ginzu, and he's, like, spinning the pizza. It just looks so amazing.
It's so funny. It's so true. It's like, did they even partner with Domino's? They could have.
Well, apparently there was, like, they partnered with Pizza Hut, but like there's only like advertisements for Pizza Hut within the movie, and like but they show Domino's, and like, you know, the part where Danny, damn it, when he eats the Domino's pizza, or like
okay,
he's like, there might be some pizza left over.
Yeah. Exactly. Oh, that's so funny. Pepperoni.
Yeah, it's just crazy. I didn't realize for the longest time that first it was the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles comics, and then the show, like the cartoon was inspired more by the comics, and then came the movie.
It seems like that's just like how it is too, though. It's like,
I
comics are always out, but that's like, it's funny because like I grew up watching the cartoons, but I never, for some reason, I never watched these movies.
So like, you saw the movies way later, like as an adult?
I literally, the first time watching this movie was 2 weeks ago.
Oh,
like,
shit,
literally,
no way.
I'm not joking. Like, I'm
wow.
like, that's what I was like, Steve,
so
do you have this? I don't know why, and I was like, because it came out in 90, so I would have been 4.
Yeah.
But I don't know, just something about it. I could have watched it, and I don't know why I didn't. And I think I always had like the idea of it, but even like in college, I had a roommate that was really into Turtles, and I never sat down and watched the movies with her, which is weird. But yeah, the cartoons really much is where it was at.
Yeah, I definitely remember that was like one of my earliest memories was definitely the cartoon, and then my parents bought us like the VHS movie, like I think shortly after it came out.
And that's why I think it was funny when I kept asking you, like, well, which one is it? Which one is it? It's like, really, there's only like those 3. You don't want to watch the new ones, really.
Oh, God, the new ones are fucking horrible.
I know. And then Steve's like, don't even acknowledge the 3rd one because it's so bad.
I mean, I get that Megan Fox plays April, and that might be some appeal, but honestly, it they're so god-awful.
Well, that was Michael Bay, right? Wasn't that Michael Bay? So it was all about explosions and, like, huge fights and just kind of
he just like ruined the integrity of like the like retro vintageness of it too. Like the turtles just look fucking retarded, and an offense to people that get offended by that word, go fuck yourself.
It's so like
freedom of speech.
That's why I think it's so great watching this movie, because like having them an actor be in that costume and like actually having them like do karate and all this is just so cool to see the practical effects versus all CGI. It's like, no,
absolutely,
so much better.
And originally they were gonna go with like the Who Framed Roger Rabbit approach, like having like the animated characters within.
Oh, that's interesting. Oh, I wouldn't have liked
that. But I think they did like a screen test, and like the producers and the screen test and the audience just thought it was horrible, so they just decided to go with like live animatronics, basically.
I don't know. Yeah, that just would be weird. It just makes more sense. I don't know, to kind of incorporate with the real world and everything. Oh,
absolutely. And it's just cool because this movie was directed by Steve Barron, and Steve Barron is also well known for doing the Coneheads, the comedy movie.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Spin-off of the SNL skit.
So
and then also, I didn't realize that Steve Barron was also a music video director. I mean, he did music videos for some of my all-time favorite artists. I mean, he did the Billie Jean music video for Michael Jackson.
Huh.
He did a music video for Paul McCartney. And then I believe he also even did one for Madonna, which I know we did another, I can't remember which movie review it was, but the director had also done a music video for Madonna. I think it was when we did Christmas Vacation.
That's cool. That's really cool.
And then, my personal favorite is the Bryan Adams Run to You. Like, but once I knew that it was Steve Barron, and I kind of compared like visual styles and everything, I'm like, that kind of makes sense, because he's got like a weird approach with like lighting and coloring. Like, I don't know, it's almost like the lighting and everything in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is very like sci-fi, like almost like Gotham.
I could see that.
City, but also like, I don't know, it's kind of just its own thing.
It's almost on a filter or something weird.
Yeah.
And it's like grungy. Yeah, like if you look at the background and stuff, like the city and everything like that. Yeah, it's true.
Right, yeah, it's like, I don't know, the Turtles is just like the first, I mean, the second one I thought was okay, and like the third one's actually not as bad as I remembered. I recently watched it, but the first one is like a legitimately like good film.
It is. It really is. It is really good.
And it honestly is kind of a dark movie too.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it's
especially
like
the part
sci-fi
where,
experiment gone wrong. I mean, really.
Right? Yeah, yeah. It's like sci-fi, fantasy, comedy, action, martial arts.
Well, that's what's so interesting is like watching this movie. Like, it's just so different because it really takes like you're watching fight scenes for like 15 minutes almost. It feels like they're very long and drawn out, and it like shows the beginning to completion. Like, it just isn't like this quick, like crazy in your face. It actually like shows like how they're taking down these bad guys and the Foot Clan and all this and that.
Well, especially the way the music goes with it too. I love the music
true.
in the movie.
That's true. Well, the second one had the best one with the ninja rap.
Oh yeah, Vanilla Ice.
Oh my gosh, that was so cheesy, but I love it.
It's like second of only his 2 hits.
Funny. Oh, exactly, so funny. But no, it is good, and the way it looks, just how like those. I guess it's Jim Henson, right? That did all the costumes.
Yeah, this was the last movie that he was actually associated with. Unfortunately, he passed out, I believe, a month after the movie was released.
Because the way that those costumes were built, I mean, those worked so well with the actors, and they looked so decent. Like
a lot better than the Turtles costumes on 2 and 3.
Yeah, no, I agree. I completely agree. I was shocked, but I think like even the textures, you could see like almost their pores and stuff. Like they did a lot of good work. Like it almost looked like, I don't know. I think
the movie definitely holds up.
It does.
Every aspect.
It really does. It looks good, and it's just like it has a good message, I guess, overall. So that's what's kind of neat about it. Like I don't know. Yeah, you got this weird rack, but even like because Splinter looks amazing as
he does.
Dude, literally looks amazing. It's just so it's really cool to see that. Like I'm just so glad they did it like that, like the way they filmed it.
Oh, me too, and it's crazy too because apparently Robin Williams was a huge fan of the Turtles franchise, and he had like a giant comic book collection. So
that's funny.
The girl who played April in this one, Judith Hoag, Robin Williams actually gave her a bunch of his comics and helped her prepare for the role of April.
Really? That's cool.
Which is funny because Steve Barron really wanted the actress to go with like the original like yellow jumpsuit, like in the comic,
the bigger kind of hair. Well, I mean that's kind of
and the big fluffy hair. Like hair and everything. But she just thought it looked dreadful and horrible.
Well, I was saying she was like, I don't know who she is. She's a throwaway character, really, like the actress. I don't think she really played anything else after.
Not really. I mean, I looked her up, and I think she was like on some episodes of ER or some other shows that no one cares about.
It's funny.
Well, I guess ER was a popular show, but
that's true.
I just feel like she was never really in anything else where it's like, oh my god, it's the girl that played April.
Right, and it's like she wasn't bad, but she wasn't like memorable in a way. And it's funny because when I rewatched it, or I watched it the first time, I guess, it's like she's obviously like a newscaster, so she is a little older, but I didn't really have that association because like.
No, she was only like 22 in this movie.
Oh wow, she looks older.
Old.
See, that's the thing. It's like you almost. As that role, you think she'd be in her 30s.
Yeah,
and you got
that's what happens to people that are always complaining. And that's why they didn't invite her back for Turtles 2 or 3, because she was so difficult to work with, and she was such a bitch, apparently.
Oh, jeez.
Like, she was always complaining about like the 6-week work schedule. And it's like, lady, it's like you're getting paid to be in a phenomenal independent film.
Like, how fun would that be to run around with people like dressed up like turtles?
Yeah, it's like, I can't believe I'm getting paid good money. This sucks. So
funny. They like make her do her own, I don't know, stunts. I don't know. But it's funny though, because in her apartment just gets obliterated by like the.
Oh yeah, that apartment rips. By the way,
dude, having an apartment above her dad's.
Oh yeah, that old antique store.
How cool is that? That is so cool. But like, it's sad that it's not open really. Like, it was just all there. It was dusty and stuff. But it was a cool like set. It was a really cool area and stuff like that.
I think it's funny the part where she's showing the turtles the antique store. She's like, I guess it's dumb to collect stuff because you missed your father, and like one of the turtles is like, no it isn't. It's like, trying to hit on her and bomb.
Oh my god, I know. Who was it? Was it
want to say it was
Raphael?
Donatello. It sounds like Donatello.
I feel like he was the one that was crushing on her the most. And he wasn't voiced by Feldman?
I think all of them, or I feel like the one that was least in there was probably Leonardo. But I feel like if any of the turtles had a chance, it would be Raphael.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. That's so funny. I know they were totally like hitting on her and stuff. And then you get Casey Jones coming in. Like, who's that actor? I always forget his name.
Elias Koteas.
Yes. I thought he was the guy that was
Casey Jones, man, when I last watched this movie, his fucking sweatpants drive me insane. It's like, hey dude, wear some jeans.
Yeah, the sweatpants is kind of dorky.
Yeah, but Casey Jones just looks like a fucking, like a sweaty, like, baseball glove or something.
That's so funny.
Or he kind of just looks like a fart.
He does look like he looks like he was smelling beer.
He just always looks like rotten fast food or something.
That's a greasy fast food bag.
I remember one of my old friends when we watched this movie as a kid. He was like, "What's the name of that guy again?
Yeah.
On Turtles with the hockey stick, like lemon pie." For some reason he thought his name was lemon pie.
Lemon pie.
And I was like, well,
I mean, what's up with the whole like hockey mask and the stick? I don't know. I guess it's like his alter ego being a vigilante.
I think Casey Jones' character is just suffering from a case of been on unemployment for too long.
He wants to feel special.
Like, dude, you need to get a job and find an alternate hobby.
I mean, he was able to kick ass, so I guess he was pretty cool in that aspect. But it's like, he's probably in his mom's basement practicing with his little stick.
Yeah. I don't know. The part where he's just like on the roof fixing the stereo and he's
that's right. That's right.
Creepy scene. He's
like,
the hell?
He's like stalking him and everything. Because he was the first one who was that was out in the
I think it was Raphael.
That's right. Okay, and then it's fun. It's cute. I just feel bad for Splinter because he just like those kiddos, like basically the turtles are just too much, like babysitting constantly and having to be on them.
Yeah, see, Splinter's in like took up on him mode, and then the turtles are like on beer number 5
like
mode
ADHD
constantly.
children. I mean, golly, that's a lot to handle.
Come on, Splinter, do some more arrow with us. Kids.
Be wise, meditate.
Yeah, it's crazy. There's an early on-screen appearance, or it's one of his first on-screen appearances, Sam Rockwell.
I was gonna say that, yeah.
And the Foot Clan. Which, by the way, the Foot Clan headquarters, that is pretty much Bachelor Paradise.
That is amazing. Like
that's what I want to convert my apartment into, is the Foot Clan. I mean, there's pool tables, there's half pipes, arcade games, you got Narc on arcade.
Boxes of gum and candy and treats. It's like,
then when Danny's like opening the Walkman, which is kind of funny how dated this movie is, like the old like cassette Walkman that he has. There's like the Burger King next to him.
Yeah, they were definitely, I mean, they knew how to get to those kids, like to basically be their little henchmen. Yeah. Which I hated that character of Danny. He was a little ass. Like, he was like, I don't know what's going on. I know Splinter's being held hostage. He doesn't say anything to anybody.
I'm kind of with his dad where he's like, I make more than enough money to provide for both of us. You're stealing. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. No, I mean, he was obviously, I guess, neglected by his dad. That's why he went like under. But it's just, the whole Foot Clan. It was funny to see that as an adult, I guess. It's like, wow, they totally are using like these children slaves.
By buying child sex trafficking.
Buying them treats and goodies. So funny.
And then like Master Tatsu, go play, leave me alone.
Yeah, exactly.
Trying to bliss out, fuck
his little
off.
face. Like,
a little Primate might clear that up.
Oh, it's so funny.
Yeah, he definitely does not have what you would call the personality.
Yeah, it's true. I know it's from the comics, but the idea of like the Foot Clan is just, it's such a stupid name.
Oh god, it's ridiculous. I don't know why they're
named that. It's like, dang it.
The only person that would appreciate it is Quentin Tarantino with his fucking creepy ass foot fetish. And it's like, dude, you look like a chicken quesadilla with sausage and sauerkraut.
That's awesome.
The world makes sense again. But I guess the whole thing, the reason they call it the foot is it's like there's like some part of the comic, that universe, there's like a thing called the hand, so it's like,
okay. Yeah, it makes sense. Hey! That's interesting. Oh, the other thing I was going to talk about, I feel like maybe I noticed this more maybe in the second movie, but freaking Shredder's outfit was so stupid. It was like glittery and like,
it's like a Value Village costume.
It's like he had, you could tell he had shoulder pads and like, I don't know, I was like, and then I think in the second one he got a cape, but the first one it was just kind of like, what is he wearing?
It's like you said, I bought this costume at Target. It was on sale for $40.
It was endorsed by David Bowie.
Yeah.
That's so funny. Yeah, I thought that was kind of silly, but I mean...
It's funny because apparently the first Turtles movie is the only one where it shows the Shredder like doing any martial arts. Action.
Interesting. Okay, yeah. Because
I thought it was interesting too how they noted that like the only person that got one hit on him was Leonardo.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
Which I never thought about it before, but yeah, because I guess Leonardo was like clearly he's the most disciplined, but I think he was the most skilled like martial arts.
I always like Leonardo the most. Yeah. Yeah.
Really?
I do. I liked him the most because I don't know why. I
Wow, no, it's nice to hear someone else finally like everyone's always like either Raphael or Michelangelo, Donatello.
Maybe it's because he isn't the most annoying. Maybe it's because he is more disciplined, like you said. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, big shock. The last time I watched it, I smoked all the weed, and I remember it was like the first time where I'm like, Leonardo's actually not annoying for once. Like he's kind of making some good points. If anything, Raphael, the last time I watched it, Raphael I thought was the most annoying just because he's so pissed off all the time.
He is. And he's
but it is
like
funny
rages.
when he screams.
Yeah, exactly. That's awesome.
And then you got Donatello and Michelangelo, they were total butt buddies. Like fight, bye, kitchen. We're crossfaded. They're sober. That's why they're fighting.
The most connection. That's so funny.
Yeah.
Wasn't it though when they did the flashback of like how the turtles came into the whatever that?
Oh yeah.
Wasn't that claymation? I feel like that was claymation or something.
I don't know if it's claymation, but I know they did that purposely with 16mm to give it more better
cool.
like flashback appeal.
I like that. I like the way that looked and like showing like Splinter as like the little rat and how he learned kung fu basically or whatever the karate form was. I thought that was kind of cute. But yeah.
I just love the part where Sam Rockwell's like walking down the stairs in the Foot Clan and then like he said, anything you guys want, we got.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Do it. And I thought it was funny. I feel like if it came out nowadays, it'd be like, you got any pre-rolls? Sativa or indica? Right. Actually, I was thinking something a little more in the hybrid. Sativa makes me too pear, indica makes me too sleepy. Pear, like pear the fruit? No, paranoid.
I can see that though. I totally see that. I mean,
I just think it's funny. It's like, whoa, they're so badass. They're smoking cigarettes.
Oh, that's right. That's right. What did they ask for? He asked for a specific
regular or menthol.
Yes, that's right. That's what he asked. That's his line. That's so funny.
And then I guess apparently one of the shots, like where the kids shoot and pull and like smoking a cigar, they did that in like an homage to Pinocchio, like the whole Pleasure Island.
Pleasure Island. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Give him the tobacco and stuff. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Huh. And lots of pizza, I'm sure. Yeah,
there's definitely a lot of Sex Pistols references. Like every shirt that Danny's wearing is like Sid Vicious of Sex Pistols.
Yeah, I feel like I did notice like it was a band t-shirt. I didn't know it was a Sex Pistols. That's funny. He doesn't seem like somebody that listened to that. Or he was trying. He just felt like he was trying too hard to fit into that role, maybe.
Danny was trying way too hard. He was such an emo bitch.
Yeah, he was annoying to me.
Speaking of Danny, I felt like his dad wanted to pluck April's chick and aka have sexual intercourse with her.
Because he kept showing up at her apartment. I'm like, are they living together? What is it?
I know, it's like, dude, it's like, who does that?
Like, that's
April,
her apartment.
It's like, ask her out already, dude.
Like, don't talk about this with the chief of police. No, I'm going to tell you what to do in your apartment. Like, get the hell out of here. And
April, I've been trying to think about way to...
And bring his son with him.
We're going out.
It's like, this is your new son.
April, have you ever done karaoke before? Because I can sing Tom Jones, She's a Lady.
I could see him doing that. That's hilarious.
It's funny, I was trying to think of like flamethrowing category of outfits, and honestly, Charles Pennington's the only one that comes to mind, because he's wearing a suit that not only rips, but it actually like seems like a slim fit.
Yeah, it fit on. Well, no, I don't.
Because I just feel like in the 90s, a lot of the suits that they would always wear in movies, they were always like puffy.
Too baggy, exactly.
Like
the guys would be wearing shoulder pads too or something. Just like more baggy overall. Yeah, I could see that.
Did you play the Turtles video games growing up much?
So I feel like I probably did, but I don't remember which one it would have been. It would have been, I feel like Turtles in Time. So
I played that one much. That one was on Super Nintendo.
That was Super, so I feel like maybe, because we never had a Super Nintendo. And of course when we went to Coin Jam, like we played whatever they had.
Oh yeah, that Turtles arcade game.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, see the first one I remember playing was... I did play the first Turtles game on the NES a little bit. But the one that I remember playing, we actually owned it when I was a kid, was Turtles 2, the arcade game for the NES. So that was like some of my like first, like most memorable experience with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And I mean, of course, watching the movie, but I got into the movie a lot more. Okay. Like when I was like maybe 11 or 12.
So yeah, did you like, because I guess...
And then shout out to Nathan Roth, because he had a Super Nintendo.
I was going to say that.
And so he had Turtles in Time, so that's how I kind of like got back into it, like because he had all three of them on VHS.
Huge Super fan, for sure. Yeah. He's got so many collectibles and stuff. And that's the thing that's nice, is it just still carries its weight. Like, you go back and revisit these films, it's just so... they're cool to watch. Like, they're really good movies that stand up.
Yeah, they're a lot of fun. And, like, when I rewatched it, I watched it on, I have it on Blu-ray, so it's just weird because I was so used to growing up watching it on VHS where, like, you know, obviously, like, watching certain films on the VHS has its charm, like, the grain of it and everything.
Yeah.
And some movies are better on VHS, but honestly, with Turtles, I kind of liked it better on Blu-ray. You could see everything where there's so much more that you can notice. So I think it just depends on the movie.
Well, that's the thing. Like, even on Blu-ray, you can tell, like, they did a good job with their set and, like, the way that the Turtles look.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily green screen. You can't point it out.
Right.
It just looks really good. It really does carry. But, yeah, I think VHS would be cool to find those. That'd be cool to find something like that for your collection. But
I know, yeah. I think it was, like, back in August. Like, I was at Goodwill just, you know, like, shopping for VHS tapes, and they had Turtles on VHS. I don't know why the fuck I didn't grab it.
Oh, dang, that sucks.
I know,
because, like, I think Steve has them just on DVD, but we were able to find it on HBO, which is cool they have it on there.
Well, it's funny because when I went recently to buy some new VHS tapes, they had Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but it was just on the regular DVD, so I was like,
it's
like, I already got it on Blu-ray. So. You got anything else to add, or?
I think that's it, yeah. We're gonna go eat some pizza.
But yeah, honestly, if you haven't seen this movie and if you're gonna watch it for the first time, or if you want to rewatch and you haven't seen it, well, definitely order some pizza first.
Yeah, get some pizza.
And honestly, like the second and third one are pretty good, but this one's by far the best.
Absolutely, yeah. It's the best one. All right, cowabunga.
If you like what you see, hit the like and subscribe button. And if you have any ideas for movies that we should review or any retro topics with gaming that we should talk about, hit it write it in the comments below.
Exactly. Cool.
Until next time.